The Cleveland Cavaliers got 39 points from Donovan Mitchell. Without Jared Allen, they win a Game 7 against the Orlando Magic to advance to the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. A 106-94 win on a standalone Sunday game. Chris Manning from Locked On Cavaliers joins me now. And Chris, the last word before we headed into the game was, for some reason, a discussion about Donovan Mitchell's future. Right now, Donovan Mitchell is the key to this Cavaliers team. What did you see in Game 7?
He is everything, right? I mean, I think the effort that he put in, particularly in the third quarter, particularly in the second half, is everything. That guy's drive, that guy's motor, it's one of his best attributes. The Cavs also picked up the tempo in getting Orlando caught in these moments of transition where even if they weren't technically scoring a ton on the fast break, they were getting Orlando before they got set, and it changed the complexion of the game. Mitchell drove it. It unlocked, they got enough some stuff from Strus in the third as well to get back in that game and get ahead in that game. But it started with Mitchell. It was finished by Mitchell. He was the driver of everything that actually worked for the Cavs in Game 7 and in that series.
I know there's been some discourse around Evan Mobley, and the defensive stuff has been incredible for him basically from the jump since he came into the league. But there was an assumption, and I'll certainly admit, I assumed he would be further along in his offensive development at this point. How much more do they need from him offensively if they want to be a real factor in the second round and potentially beyond?
I think they will need a lot more than just Mobley's offense, is what I would say. I think they're swimming upstream is maybe too light of a word. I think there's a lot that's going to need to go right.
It's deep water. It's deep water.
It's a lot of rapids, it's tough. But they'll need more. I mean, he looks uncomfortable on offense. He's an amazing defender. And Peter, the question I've wondered, and I'm asking myself with him and a lot this year, has been, did they make a mistake in keeping the training wheels on him? Him and Jared Allen has been awesome defensively. There's no denying it that their season together at Mobley's rookie year was awesome. And I think that was a good way to get Mobley in the league. But when I watch Chet Holmgren, who's just as skinny as Mobley, and is a rookie this year technically, Wembanyama, Sengun, like all these guys that are his peers age-wise, there's something in what the Cavs have done, whether it's positionally, whether it's just maybe getting Mitchell and accelerating so fast that he has not developed the way you would have wanted. They need a lot more from him. They need consistent shooting, which he can't give. They need the passing, which he doesn't always give. There's no consistency. There's no identity for him right now. It's tough, and they're going to need a lot. They're going to need him to find something to anchor himself on, I think, if they're going to make any noise after this.
Is that the key for this team offensively? Like, if they're going to make this a series with the team that has been the best team in basketball all season in the Boston Celtics, what do they have to get in addition to what they got in this series?
I think they're going to need Darius Garland to play well the whole time.
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
3 for 13 in this game. I'm one of the only guys on the team with a minus point differential.
Yeah, and he's had a weird year. It doesn't excuse, it is what it is that he's had this year where he wasn't particularly very good even when he came back from injury. He's had some real up and down moments in the playoffs, but Peter, I looked at this moment, fourth quarter, he hits a 3. He misses the first one. They get an offensive rebound, a kick back out to him, and he makes it. And you could he exuded like a sense of relief after that. He played calmer after that. Donovan Mitchell made a big deal after that shot to go to him and talk to him and hype him up and celebrate with him. If there is something going forward where Garvin can be galvanized from that and some better moments in the series than we saw in the end of the regular season, let's say, that would unlock a lot. They need another creator who's consistent. They need another creator who can make shots. Garland can be that guy. I still believe in the talent, but it's been an absolutely awful year for him in a lot of ways. If that is the way to step forward, and that's the sign of at least a little bit more, that would make a big deal, particularly against a Boston team that is loaded with amazing defensive guards and a great defensive infrastructure on top of that.
They say that a series can often come down to which team has the best player. Who is the best player in the series? I guess this comes down to, can Donovan Mitchell be that in this series against Jason Tatum, against Jaylen Brown, against, we've seen Drew Holiday have some huge moments in the postseason. Can Donovan Mitchell be that guy?
I think there's a way, Peter, that he could be, in the sense that I could see him being the most control guy in close games. That's obviously a bugaboo of Boston at times, that Tatum has not always been the guy who delivers there. The question, I think, is, can the Cavs even get to those close games? Can they get to a point and do enough to create the opportunities for Mitchell? I mean, yes, they won Game 7. That's all well and good. Game 6 is still stuck in my head. where Mitchell did everything, and no one. The last point that someone not Donovan Mitchell scored for Cleveland in Game 6, a closeout game against a Magic team in the playoffs for the first time, was with 2:30 to go in the third quarter. That is.
It's not great.
Come that against Orlando. You could win the series against Orlando because they're young, because they're also kind of flawed offensively. Even without Porzingis, can you do that against Boston? I don't think so. To me, it's not even can you get to the end of the game. Can he be the best guy? It's like, I think, yes, in those close situations he could be. I think the question is, can you even get to the games where it's 6 points with 2 minutes to go and you need someone to close you out or spark a comeback?
Stay up to date all year on the Cleveland Cavaliers by subscribing to Locked On Sports today and Locked On Cavaliers on your favorite podcast app and on YouTube.